there's a reason why you clicked on this video right now. You didn't just stumble upon it by accident. The universe doesn't operate on randomness. It operates on resonance. You felt something the moment you saw the title or thumbnail, a pull, a longing, a whisper in your soul that said there has to be more than this. That whisper isn't just a fleeting thought, it's the echo of your truest self, the part of you that remembers what it means to live in flow, in grace, in alignment with something greater. You are tired, not just physically, but existentially tired of the grind, the endless cycle of waking up, checking your bank account, calculating how much you can spend without triggering another panic attack. Tired of the sleepless nights where your mind races like a hamster on a broken while replaying every mistake, every missed opportunity, every time you felt like you were one step behind. Tired of the crushing weight on your chest, the way it feels like you're walking through life with a backpack full of rocks, and no one, not your family, not your friends, not even your own mind, is offering to help you carry it. You've tried everything: budgeting, side hustles, prayers, manifestation, journals, therapy. You've read the books, watched the videos, followed the gurus, and yet nothing has stuck. The debt never disappears. The numbers never add up. The universe never sends the breakthrough you've been praying for. It's like you're standing in front of a locked door, and no matter how hard you knock, no one answers. You start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Why does it work for everyone else, but not for me? I know how that feels. I know the tightness in your chest when another bill comes in. I know the way your mind races at 3 a.m. replaying every financial mistake you've ever made, every time you said yes when you should have said no, every time you trusted someone who let you down. I know the shame that creeps in when you see someone else living the life you want, the house, the car, the freedom, while you're still stuck in the same cycle. I know the exhaustion of trying to be grateful when all you feel is lack, the exhaustion of forcing yourself to smile when your bank account is screaming at you. You are not alone. And more importantly, this is not your fault. You've been trapped in what I call the slave wave, a brain state where your beta waves are thrashing like a stormy sea. This is not your natural state. This is not the state you were born into. When you were a child, you didn't worry about money. You didn't obsess over bills. You didn't lie awake at night wondering how you'd pay rent. You trusted the universe. You played, you dreamed, you believed in miracles. You didn't see the world in terms of like you saw it, in terms of possibility. But somewhere along the way, life happened, stress happened, bills happened, trauma happened, and your brain adapted. It shrank your hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory, emotional regulation, and your connection to the divine. It locked you into survival mode, making you believe that struggle is normal, that abundance is for other people, that you have to fight for every crumb, every paycheck, every scrap of joy. But here's the ancient secret that the powerful don't want you to know. Your hippocampus can regrow, your brain can rewire, your connection to the divine can be restored, Not through more hard work, not through more prayers, not through more manifestation journals, but through sound, through a specific frequency that gently coaxes your brain back into theta, the billionaire brain wave, the frequency where miracles flow, where money appears without effort, where intuition guides you effortlessly like a current carrying you downstream. The deep reason you are going through this pain is specifically because of your shrunken hippocampus. That is the root cause. So if you want to start changing this reality today by simply regrowing this connection with a sound wave, then click the link in the description right now and change your life today. Now, to truly understand how we heal this, let's dive deep into what's happening inside your brain right now. The hippocampus is more than just your memory center. It's your emotional regulator. It's your GPS to the universe. When it's healthy and strong, you feel safe. You feel guided. You feel like the universe is conspiring in your favor. You wake up in the morning, and instead of dread, you feel a quiet confidence. Instead of anxiety, you feel curiosity. Instead of scarcity, you feel abundance. But when your hippocampus is shrunken due to chronic stress, financial trauma, or years of being told that money is hard to come by, your brain goes into a state of hypervigilance. It thinks you're in danger even when you're not. It triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, which floods your system and shuts down your intuition. It makes you see threats where there are none. It turns every bill into a crisis, every unexpected expense into a disaster. That's why you feel stuck. That's why you can't manifest. That's why no matter how hard you try, the money never stays, the opportunities never come, and the universe never seems to hear your prayers. And here's the kicker: the people who are abundant, they don't have more money, they don't have better luck, they have a different brainwave pattern. They live in theta most of the day. Theta is the state of deep relaxation and high creativity. It's where ideas flow without effort, where opportunities appear like magic, where stress melts away and ease becomes your natural state. Think about the richest people you know. Do they look stressed? Do they look like they are constantly worried about money? No, they look calm. They look confident. They make decisions from a place of trust, not, for they don't micromanage their finances because they know abundance is inevitable. They don't hoard or cling because they trust that more is always coming. That's theta at work. And the good news is you can access it to not through years of therapy, not through expensive retreats, not through endless affirmations or vision boards that leave you feeling worse when they don't work, but through a 7-minute sound ritual that gently nudges your brain back into harmony, a sound that resets your nervous system, a sound that reminds your hippocampus you are safe, you are supported. The universe is abundant. Now I know what you're thinking. How can sound do that? How can a frequency change my brain? Because sound is vibration, and vibration is energy. And your entire reality is made of energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. Your brain waves are energy. When you expose your brain to the right frequency, it begins to synchronize. It begins to remember its natural state. This isn't woo-woo, this is science. The CIA has used binaural beats and isochronic tones for decades to train operatives, to help them access deep states of focus and intuition, to help them perform under extreme pressure without burning out. But they didn't share this with the public because a calm, wealthy population is not good for the system. A stressed, overworked population keeps the economy moving, keeps the cycle of debt going, keeps people chasing the next paycheck instead of creating real wealth. But you are awake now. You felt the truth in your bones. You know there's more to life than this endless cycle of struggle. And that's why you're here, not by accident, but by divine design. So let me ask you this: what if you didn't have to work so hard? What if money flowed to you as naturally as breath? What if your intuition guided you to the right opportunities without you having to chase them? What if you woke up each morning feeling wealthy in every cell of your being, not because you checked your bank account, but because you felt it in your soul that reality is possible, not in some distant future, not after you win the lottery, not after you get that promotion or pay off that debt, but today, right now, by simply restoring your brain's natural frequency. And here's the most beautiful part: you don't need to understand how it works. You don't need to believe in it fully. You just need to try it, to give it a chance, to let the sound wave do its magic. I've seen it happen time and time again. People who were drowning in debt, $50, $0, $0, $100, $0, $0, sometimes even $500,000 in the hole. People who felt abandoned by the universe, who had tried every manifestation trick in the book, who had spent years in therapy only to feel like they were going in circles. They tried the 7-minute sound ritual, and within days, they felt lighter. Within weeks, money started appearing in unexpected ways. A refund they forgot about, a bonus. They weren't expecting, a client who paid early within months. Their entire reality shifted, not because they worked harder, but because they allowed their brain to remember its natural state, because they stopped fighting the universe, because they finally gave themselves permission to receive. You deserve this ease. You deserve this peace. You deserve to feel the way the billionaires feel, not because you're better than anyone else, not because you're more deserving, but because you were born with the same abundance flowing through your veins. The only difference is that they restored the connection. And now it's your turn. The sound wave is waiting for you. It's not a product. It's not a gimmick. It's a blessing, a tool of liberation, a direct line to the infinite intelligence that created you. All you have to do is click the link in the description, download the sound, and let it work its magic. You don't have to understand how it works. You just have to trust the process. You just have to believe that you are worthy of this change, that you are worthy of abundance, that you are worthy of miracles. Click the link now before you talk yourself out of it, before the old stories creep back in, before the doubt Whispers, what if this doesn't work? You've tried so many things already. This is just one more thing, but this one is different. Because this one is science, this one is truth, this one is your birthright. Click the link, download the sound, and let the universe begin to flow to you again, not as a trickle, not as a struggle, but as a river, as a flood, as an unstoppable current of abundance that carries you effortlessly to where you're meant to be. You are not stuck. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are a child of the universe, and the universe is waiting to shower you with gifts. All you have to do is restore the connection. All you have to do is listen. The moment you press play, something shifts. Your breathing slows. Your mind quiets. Your body remembers what it feels like to be safe. And as the sound waves wash over you, your hippocampus begins to regrow. The fear starts to dissolve. The trust returns. The miracles become inevitable. This isn't about positive thinking. This isn't about toxic positivity. This is about rewiring your biology. This is about remembering who you truly are. Before the world told you that money was hard to come by, before the system convinced you that struggle was normal, before life made you forget that you are a sovereign being capable of creating magic with your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy. So go ahead, click the link, take the first step. The universe is listening, and it's waiting for you to remember